What is going on YouTube? Welcome back to JD's Nerdverse. We're doing a prediction video today for Horsea / Seadra. It is a Monday, Prediction Monday. The dragon Pokemon. It literally is called the dragon Pokemon, even though it's not a dragon. Seadra is also called the dragon Pokemon, even though it's not a dragon. Maybe it's foreshadowing for the for Kingdra, the evolution that it gets in 2nd Gen. Maybe that's what it is. But here's the funny thing. Dragonite, Dragonair, and Dratini are also called the dragon Pokemon. So, I don't know. The name of these Pokemon in Generation 1 were very odd. This Pokemon is a pure water type. It has a medium fast growth rate. And yeah, let's dive into the stats of this Pokemon. So, Horsea, the first evolution of this Pokemon, starts off with 30 HP, 40 attack, defense is 70, special is 70 as well, and speed is 60. So, special and defense and speed are its 3 best stats. So it's not going to be able to take a lot of. It's going to take a lot of hits and kind of tanky. So that's good. But our HP is garbage and attack is garbage. So I'll explain a little bit later why HP being low is not going to help us in the early game. But for the most part, the stats of this Pokemon are kind of solid, especially in all the right places we need it. The only downside is really maybe our attack stat could be higher, but we can live with a 40 attack stat considering most of our stuff is special anyway. So our evolution, which we evolve into at 32, is Seadra. Seadra has 55 HP, 55 attack, 95 defense, so very good defense, 95 special, great special, and 85 speed, so good speed there. So across the board, not the worst stats ever. We've definitely done more with less. HP and attack are kind of low, but if you see when you see the attack stat, you're gonna kind of understand why I'm not too concerned about the attack stat. But yeah, that's these Pokemon. We get, like I said, we get this level 32. And in 2nd generation, you can actually evolve it into Kingdra, which we don't have the access to that in Generation 1, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. Let's go on to the level up moveset. We start out with, at level 1, or level 5 is how we actually start, with Bubble. It's a 20 base power water move, so it's stab, considering we're typing as water. So that's 30 power, 100% accurate, 30 power points. So that'll be okay early game. We have decent special. We gotta face Brock. There's a couple hikers we can face that are gonna be easy experience, so not too bad at all. At level 19, we get Smokescreen. It's a normal move. It doesn't actually attack, but it lowers the opposition's accuracy, and it does not miss, so that's pretty good. And level 24, we get Leer. I don't know how useful Leer will be at level 24, but we'll see. 100% accurate. Lowers the opposition's defense. At level 30, we get Water Gun, which is a water move, so it's stab. So 40 base power move turns into a 60 base power move, 100% accurate, 25 power points. At 37, we get Agility. Agility is a stat modifying move where it boosts our speed, and it does initiate the Badge Boost glitch, so that will be very helpful for us. We get that at level 37. There's no accuracy issues. It just does it automatically. And 30 power points. And the last move we can get, which we're not going to use, but it's Hydro Pump, 120 base power, 80% accurate, and with Stab, because it's a water type move, it goes up to 180 power. Very powerful, but the problem is the accuracy is just too minuscule for me to commit to it. So that's not a bad moveset via level. It's very shallow, but it's not a bad level up moveset. Let's move on to the TM moveset. So the TM moveset, I'll go over a couple moves that we're not going to use. Toxic, Takedown, and Double Edge. We're probably not going to use all 3 of them. Maybe Double Edge, possibly. Bubble Beam and Water Gun, we'll get those pretty early in the game, so the fact that we can get Water Gun via level up, I doubt we're going to be above level, or at level 30 by the time we get to Mount Moon. So we'll just use Water Gun there, and we won't have to learn it again. We're also going to add Bubble Beam shortly after that. Bubble Beam is a 65 base power water move, so it is stab. That's why it's in bold, and it goes all the way up to like a 98 base power move. 100% accurate, 20 power points. So very good progression of water moves it gets in this game. And you'll see another one here in a little bit. We also can get access to Ice Beam and Blizzard. Ice Beam and Blizzard are fantastic moves to have. Ice Beam is 95 base power, 100% accurate. Blizzard is 120 base power, 90% accurate. So it does have a trade-off of being less accurate. However, it does hit with way more power. Hyper Beam is also another move we can get. It's 150 base power, 90% accurate. Might use that, it's possible. Rage, we're not going to use. Mimic will let us mimic a move from the opposition. Double Team is a move we can't use. Bide may be added just to have an extra move until we get another move. Swift is one that I'll probably add. It's not going to be great, but it's better than using Double Edge and having recoil damage. Skull Bash, I'm not gonna use at all. I'm sorry, Swift is 60 base power, and it does not miss. The only thing it can't do is it can't hit Ghosts. Other than that, it'd be a fantastic move, but it cannot hit Ghosts. Rest, we're not going to use. Substitute, we're not going to use. And Surf, we are going to use. We're going to have to use Surf in this game. It's 95 base power, so it's not quite as powerful as Hydro Pump, but it is 100% accurate. It is Stab, so what is that? 90 would be, that's like what, 30, 42 and a half? No, 47 and a half power points, so add that to that. It's about 130 plus base power moves, so it's not bad. It's not quite as powerful with Hydro Pump, but I'll take the consistency and the accuracy. So that's our move. It's a very shallow move pool, but that also really directs us and points us in a direction we have to go in to win this game. So looking at the level up move set, I think Agility is the only move we're really going to have late game. So Agility we'll have, and we'll probably have, let's see, Bubble Beam or Blizzard. So there's 2 moves. And then we're going to have Surf, there's 3, and then I don't know what we're going to have. We may have Hyper Beam, we may use Double Edge, we may use Mimic. We'll have Swift for a while, but I doubt we'll take Swift all the way into the Elite Four. So, yeah, there's not too many like options here, or I wouldn't say, well, there's not a lot of variety here. So our strategy is going to be very basic. It's going to be very definitive, and we're not going to be able to modify. With the last couple playthroughs we had Rhyhorn / Rhydon and then Chansey, and we had a lot of move variety. We had a lot of versatility on our move set if we had to modify things based on the situations we were coming across. So in Elite Four, we can literally had options for every person. In Elite Four, we don't have a lot of options to start with this. So just looking at the Elite Four, Lorelei, it's Ice type. Yeah, we got an Ice move too, but it's not going to do anything to her Pokemon. Or Water Pokemon, I think, are resisted to Ice. And we don't have a lot of damage dealing moves we can do, like maybe we add Hyper Beam, but that's it. Or we mimic something and we can do it. I don't know. So it's not giving us a lot of options, but that's the moveset, what's going on with the rules, and then we'll do a prediction. So the rules, we can only use Horsea or Seadra in battle. We can use other Pokemon for HMs or to catch Pokemon for HMs. Running clock with 3 exceptions. The first exception is Lieutenant Surge's Gym. Second one is, this is a couple times throughout the game, but if we need to sometimes get over encumbered with stuff, we have some errands we gotta run. We can pause time ourselves and stuff, buy some stuff, go get some TMs, PP ups, fly. And we start time right back up when we start moving the rest of the plot of the game on. And then the last one, which we may use in this playthrough, is if we need to buy a move from the Rocket Game Corner, pause the timer, solve some coins. You can only do 50 at a time in Gen 1. So the whole point of it is, just to buy the move. And then we start the timer right back up. No glitches or exploits are allowed, except for the badge boost glitch. Missingo and Pokédoll glitch are not allowed. No items in battle except for Ethers. And the reason why that is, that's to eliminate a little bit of the human error. The human error is me not paying attention to our power points, because sometimes I am just clicking through as fast as I can because I'm trying to play as fast as I can, so I forget that. While you're here, it would be very great if you subscribed, if you commented, if you liked, if you did any of those things would be fantastic, because it just helps the channel out. This is a one-person channel. I do all the editing, all the filming, all the voiceovers, everything, all the gaming, everything. So it's all me. It's 100% JD. And also follow me on Twitter and Instagram, JD's Nerdverse, and JD's _nerd_verse on Instagram. Back to the main slide. So, looking at that, what am I going to predict for this Pokemon? Well, we do have a badge boosting move, which is good, and agility. So that's great. Some Pokemon don't have that. We have that luxury. So we'll be able to boost our stats and potentially make some of our lesser stats better. For example, I was just talking about Lorelei. If we have access to Hyper Beam and we use Agility and Badge Boost, we should be able to knock out our whole team pretty well, because that's a pretty powerful move, Hyper Beam. So if we Badge Boost and get it really powerful, it could do the job. So that might have to be the route we go. When I'm looking at the Elite Four, Bruno wouldn't be a problem. Agatha, she'd be the tricky one. Nothing we have would be super effective, and so on and so forth. So it's just trying to figure out where we're going to have walls. So we're not really going to get walled off at Brock, but around Brock we can get walled off, because if we don't get some extra levels, because Bubble sucks. Bubble's not very powerful, and we're going to come across some Pokemon that could really wreck our world if Bubble's our only move. That's why Bide is an option. That's why I was talking about Struggle. But the problem with this Pokemon with Struggle is its hit points are low. So we may not have a lot of usage out of Struggle, because it deals back half the damage we deal. So it is what it is, but that's just kind of the issue here, so to speak. But I think we'll get by Brock pretty easily. It's the other trainers around Brock that I'm questioning, but I'm aware of it, so I can overlevel a little bit. I can, minimize my bubbles so that we can go into our Rival 2 fight, for example. Rival 2 is going to have a Pidgey, which, special work pretty well against Pidgey. And then it's going to have a Bulbasaur who has Leech Seed and Tackle. So it'd be better just to struggle against Bulbasaur. Just saying. That's one example of how I'm going to be aware of that and I'm going to prepare for it. Moving on after that, I don't think Misty's going to be a problem. She will not use any of her water moves against us, so she won't be a problem. Lieutenant Surge will be a problem, and we will outspeed, and it does not resist our moves. So it may not be that much of an issue, but it could be a problem if we don't outspeed. But I'm confident we're going to outspeed everyone except the Electrode. Electrode's it's a fast Pokemon. It's one of the fastest Pokemon in the game. I don't know. Does he have a Voltorb or Electrode? I don't remember. But that Pokemon's fast, so it can hit us, but it doesn't have Thunderbolt or anything like that. It only has Sonic Boom. So, and our hit points are low, so it could do some damage. But a super effective Bubble Beam might actually knock out Raichu on the first hit. If not, we can always skip over that and double back later. Erica could also be a wall, but we're going to have an Ice move, so as long as we can outspeed, we're going to have a chance. And yeah, after that, Giovanni's going to be easy. I think a fourth rival fight is going to be, fourth and fifth rival fight is going to be pretty easy because we're going to have a super effective move. We're probably going to be a little over leveled. Blaine's Gym is going to be pretty easy, honestly. It's going to be pretty easy. It's all fire type or water type. And then we're looking at Sabrina. Nothing crazy in there, but we might have Hyper Beam at that point, so Hyper Beam will probably one-shot her entire team. And then we have Giovanni. The only one I'm questioning is maybe Koga, but we should outspeed Koga with a super effective stab Surf at that point. So I don't see where there's really any huge walls we got to worry about, or nothing we can't like sidestep for a while. We can sidestep Lieutenant Surge and Erica because we're weak to them, but we can sidestep until we can come back and just make sure it's a for sure win without any real risk involved. So I think this playthrough should end up being about between an hour and 20, an hour and 25 minutes. In my experience playing through this game, this playthrough should not be super difficult. We have good stats. Our level up rate is pretty good. We have a decent array of moves. It's not a variety of moves. It's not a good coverage move set, but it is a move set that is going to be super effective and very useful. So, and I think we have ways to counter all the things we can come across that could be problematic. So, yeah, that's my prediction. Between an hour and 20, hour and 25 minutes. Maybe under an hour 20 would be ambitious. But yeah, that's my prediction. So let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Again, the schedule is prediction on Monday, Lord of the Rings on Tuesday, some kind of either playthrough or challenge video or replay video on Wednesday. Thursday is Shield Wall, and Friday is the playthrough version of this prediction. So let me know what you think in the comment section down below. This has been JD. This is JD's Nerdverse. Have a good one, and I'll see you all on Friday.